My nieces and nephews, welcome to the Uncle Bill Variety Monday Live. We're kicking it off. We're having fun. It's another day in the sun in sunny San Diego. Well, not too sunny. And there's been a lot of news these days. For example, did you know today President Biden has officially finalized his plans for running for president again in 2024. Wow, amazing stuff. Also, abortion, that's a hot topic, so I'm not even going to go into that. Now, I found out recently, though, also that a lot of solar farms, solar panel, all this green energy, is it really that good? Because I'm reading about the fact that farmers are getting forced out of their farms and fearing bankruptcy because of all of the solar panel places buying up all their land. Pretty crazy. And Susan Rice, guess what? There's news about her too. She has stepped down as the domestic policy advisor to the POTUS. Well, that's kind of interesting. News over in Sudan, the embassy and all of their families, they're being evacuated out of the Sudan. Did you know that? It's pretty crazy. And it's me in here, so this is good. I can be all by myself today. Oh, Bridget D, great to see you in here. Check out her channel. Very interesting. She's also one of my moderators. Bridget D does a very good job. Now, let's see. We've gone down through all of the interesting news or more controversial news. Apple now is, in addition to the Apple Pay, they're going to be starting Apple Bank. Now, anybody who is knowledgeable about the credit card and banking industry knows that this is just the natural progression of how things go. And yet the news companies are making this into a big news story. That came to me on the JV Zoo Daily News. Now, this is a way that companies now are getting into your doorstep. What they're doing is they give you a couple of news stories, and then they give you what they're advertising. And Peggy, great to see you here. I hope that weather is great up in Newport, and great to see everybody here. I forgot to cover one other news story, is the Ukraine. There's still lots of sword rattling going on. I don't know what's going to happen. And before we go any further, we have to have a news from, yes, we have a sponsor. It's time to bring them on and play them. 5 reasons to join Uncle Bill's weekly newsletter. 1, it's free. It's a quick and easy read. This one here is this week's newsletter. It's only 3 pages. Has information how to get to the Monday Live and to the after party. The after party is easy to get to. I even put information on how to get to it in the newsletter along with links. The links are only provided if you join the newsletter. Easy. You can get in touch with Uncle Bill. You might even want to be a guest on one of my lives, Monday and Friday. I'm not going to share your email address. I love you all. Bye-bye. Well, that was quick. That guy, I just can't stop him sometimes. We also still have 5 crazy things. Why don't I share that with you now, too? 5 crazy things that have to do with camping, because it's camp week. Let's go with a knife. You always want to have a good knife. This is a good knife. This is what is this? This is a McGinnis Tution. Got this a while back. Kind of cute. I like the wood. Isn't that cute? That's one. Another thing is if you have the space, a nice little tool bag with all your tools in it is good to have. That's number two. Zip ties, you never know when you might need some. They're really handy, and if you're not good at tying knots, when you pull a zip tie tight, it's tight. There you go. There's share number three. If you're going to be camping for an extended period of time, I've already shown you one of my not toolkits, one of my toiletry bags. This is another one that I purchased from Amway years and years and years ago, and it works really well. This share number four. A nice thing about this also, like I said, for a longer period of time, you're going to be taking more than one shower. This is the McNett Tactical Towel. I didn't think that there was something to the McNett Tactical Towels, but the truth is, there is. These things work better than other microfibers. I don't know how. I was out in this and back in 2019 in monsoonal rains in a small survival tent, and I had this and I hung it up to dry and it dried. In a bivvy tent. You know those little teeny tents, and I hung it up and dried. That is share number five. Let's do six. Six is safety pins. You can always bring extra safety pins when you're camping. They come in handy for numerous things. Too numerous to say. And also, little gizmo is always nice to have. This is a multi-tool, which is kind of different. Oh, I might as well go up to seven. This Leatherman, I actually found when I was out walking years and years and years ago. It was a little rusty, but shined up nice, and this is actually one of the ones made in the United States. I'm going to turn it back over to this guy now. He talks too much, you know that? Hey, Patty Fish, great to see you. Nice to see you in here, and we're having camp week and also discussion about anything that you guys want to talk about. Let's see. And it's just been a great week. I'm just so happy because on Friday I had a wicked headache on Thursday night and had put oil in my ear, and it actually made me go deaf in my left ear for a couple of days, which was a little bit disconcerting, and worried about it a bit. So that was it. And Patty Fish, I hope that you're having a great day too. We have Bridget D in here. We have Peggy Honeywell in here. And we have myself in here. And Patty Fish, welcome. It's great to have you. And let's see, camping. I might get out camping. I might not. Actually, I'm probably not going to get out camping because I have a I have a doctor's appointment this week. I get to go to have myself checked for, all the things that you get when you get older and you get a lot of sun and a lot of sun things. Well, that's pretty much that. And I've been doing a lot of shorts, if anybody's noticed, and major milestones. I mean, it's just incredible. In 48 hours, I think I had over 50,000 views or something ridiculous like that, and with shorts. And shorts are the way to go for YouTube, that's for sure. And I'm going to do some camping shorts, that's for sure, this week. And my mouth is so dry. Sorry about that. Does anybody have any questions, things about camping, that any of the 5 shares that I did? That McNutt tool, that towel is really, it's a little expensive, but it's worth the extra dollars for what you pay for it, because it really does dry as fast as they say it does. It's weird using it. And that was my pleasure, Patty Fish. To I like to drop everybody's link when I get a chance. And yes, Bridget D, I will drop yours. And Peggy, when you get a channel, although you have to have a site, so I'm going to have to find your site and see what you got on it. It'll be interesting. Got a chance to go out and try some new equipment this last weekend. And also, I'm going to be having a surprise come around Cinco de Mayo and have plans for Mother's Day. I don't know about all of you, about your plans for Mother's Day, but my plans are I'm going to have a unique series of videos, which I'm going to be putting out around Mother's Day and during the month of May. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to do, I can't figure if I'm going to batch them all up into a whole bunch of small videos, a whole bunch of big videos. Videos are so fun. I've been reading a lot of articles and people's musings on shorts, lives, and long form versus short form content. The fact that when you have long form content, that's good for getting your watch hours up. But the short form content, meaning shorts form, not short form, because short, a lot of people consider a short video anything between 1 minute to 10 minutes. And nowadays, the lines are getting blurred. I think, in my own opinion, I think the next thing that's going to happen, and I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting I already have on my cook channel, is I'm going to start doing some vertical format long videos. You heard it here. I'm probably not the first to do that. I know a lot of people that just have phones have been doing it for a long time. Lots of traffic videos. There's a lot of traffic around San Diego. I went and I took the bus. I went down to the border just recently, and that was a fun excursion. Riding the bus, getting down there. And the nice thing about riding the bus nowadays is they have it all on an app on your phone. And I'm tempted to, look at that. You can get the reflection of see what's going on with everything that's almost, if I had a mirror thing on my phone, you could really see it good. But they have the Pronto app, which you load on your phone and you do a scan on it on the buses. And the MTS, the Metro in San Diego, is losing thousands of dollars a week on the fact that they didn't put little shade. All they need is a little shade box over the scanner, because when the afternoon sun or the morning sun, both of them mess up the scanning, because you get the bright sunlight in there, and no matter how bright your phone is, you're not going to get your scanner read, and you get the reflection off the phone. Whereas if they just put a little box around it, wouldn't cost them more than about $10 per bus to modify that scanner just ever so slightly, and would save them a ton of money, because the bus drivers are supposed to, be on a scheduled route. And if they have a passenger that they know has a working thing and it doesn't scan, eventually they just get frustrated and say, well, just, it's okay. We got to get going. And when they do that, there's $1.25, or in my case, or $2.50 in the case of somebody that isn't a senior citizen. Yeah. I never thought I'd be one of those, but I are one. And let's see, has anybody done anything interesting over the weekend that they want to share? I mean, or they have questions about camping? Floor is open. Well, with no questions about camping, I'll talk a little bit about camping. There's a leather strap that we use up in Canada that I became very accustomed to when I was younger called a tump strap. And I got so that I could carry just about anything with that thing when I was younger. Of course, it's probably given me neck problems in my elder years because it compresses your spine a little bit. Because what you do is you have that little strap and it's right here on the top of your head or on your forehead if you're carrying what they call a one again, which is a food box, which we made special and put them into our canoes. And we would fill that up with all of the food that we're going to carry for on upwards to 2 to 3 weeks in a canoe. And if you're going for a longer trip, we would actually have 2 Wanagan boxes. His Grace and Mercy, so great to have you here. And I was just talking about Wanagans and tump lines and all the crazy things about canoe camping up in Canada. And we even had a message from our sponsor earlier on, and it was a lot of fun. And then the 5 crazy things. And His Grace and Mercy is one of my moderators also, and she does a great job. And let me see, where are all of my things? I don't have that one. Oh, maybe it's over here. Getting organized always seems to be something to work on. We do what we can to get things better organized and have things right where you want them when you want them. And with doing both alive at the same time as being on camera, a lot of times you're looking off camera to try to find what you're looking for. I can't find it, so I'm just going to give up and say, I can't find it. And there's all the other ways to do that. Oh, I forgot to, yay! And everybody needs to give themselves, we're having fun. It's San Diego, we're in the sun, and we have 10 minutes. No, we have more than that too. It's just, I forgot I also set my clock ahead about 2 to 3 minutes because the one that I have on my wall is notorious for losing time. Who ever heard of a clock losing time? I knew we grew up when we were younger. You'd have a watch that would lose like a minute or two every day, and you just wind it up, and that would be part of the deal. But now we are so used to having things that are so accurate to the second, accurate to the 5 seconds, and if it's off by a minute, I mean, oh my! And this my wall clock does that. It's off by a minute every week. It loses a minute, so that's all sorts of crazy things. And Bridget, yes, she is doing oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I'm getting squirrel. And squirrel is a term for when you get distracted easily on things. Today has been just a go day for me. I go and I had 20. Well, what am I mean? 20, 30. Well, I said 5 times 3, 15. I exaggerate. 15 videos to do. I've got it down to a system. It works really well. This is how I do it. Is I film all the shorts, I edit all the shorts, and while I'm editing them, I name them, and then I upload them all at one time for the day, and then have to go back in and put the actual name because they're actually numbered. Because that's the only way I could keep track of as many shorts as I've been doing, is to number them, name them, schedule them, and it works. That works for me. And what do you guys do to manage your shorts? Kind of interesting to find out. I just realized that there was something missing. Just give me a half a second. For the last 8 minutes, we'll have music. Come on. You ever have one of those days where there's just something missing? Well, that's what was missing from my broadcast today was Uncle Bill forgot the music. I had a whole bunch of other things that I added, but I forgot music. So now I'm feeling, and that hobby, great to have you here, and I hope that you're having a great day. And okay, so anyways, I forgot to do music, and you never realize how much music affects your tempo until it's gone, or hearing for that matter, because on Friday I was deaf in this year. I couldn't even hear anything out of it. And it was a little bit upsetting. So that's that. And I hope you all are having a great day. Did you do anything really interesting this weekend? And, like for instance, oh, I didn't go with that. I went to Mexico. Well, I didn't go all the way to Mexico. I came within a half a mile of Mexico and said, oh, no. No. Actually, I didn't have the time to because I had some appointments later on in the day. Went down there, conducted some business, and then I came back. And then the simple fact that Uncle Bill is only 2 miles from Mexico right now as I'm broadcasting, so it's a pretty quick trip. They don't let us over the border where I live, though. So to actually get to the border from my house is about 7 miles because it's the diagonal that you go. It's not straight in. Yeah, Mexico. Music is international. Yes, we love music. And if you're coming in late, we found out that President Biden has finalized his plans for running for re-election. So that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if he keeps Kamala Harris or if Kamala Harris keeps him. And next month is the 5th of May, and that's Cinco de Mayo. That's going to be a lot of fun. I have plans for Cinco de Mayo and special plans for Mother's Day because everybody needs to remember their mother on Mother's Day. And actually, all women need to be remembered on Mother's Day because regardless of whether you have children or don't have children, it's a burden which men don't quite understand. No matter how well we think we do, we don't. So, yeah, good luck, Mr. President. Yes, it'll be interesting. Nobody's got any questions today. I guess everybody knows everything today. Yay, Mother's Day. And that hobby, did you get anything interesting this weekend? Pick up a new garage door? Oh, speaking of fixing things, I have my Greenworks lawnmower blade, which I don't have here anymore, but I can't get that nut off my lawnmower, the little spindle nut. I'm trying to remember whether it goes clockwise or counterclockwise, but it doesn't budge in either direction. So this is going to be an interesting evolution. I think it's welded on there or something. And please hit like. Thank you very much. His Grace and Mercy, you are an amazing moderator, the best. And also the best coach that I can think of for anyone. So now we have our music. And it's been just such a great run. You know, this month I've been going all out on YouTube, to put it mildly, putting in, 8-hour days doing YouTube, having fun. Cat got sponsored this weekend. That's great. Sent him a pet glove for us to video about. That pet glove is amazing. If you have a long hair cat, what they are is, I should have one out here, but they just have a bunch of stickers on there, and you just pet your cat, and you get a fistful of fur, and you just peel it off, pet them more, and the cats love it. I mean, I haven't seen a cat yet that doesn't love that feel of the fur mitt. They are amazing product to have, and a lot of fun. Cats are fun. I miss my cat. In some ways, I miss my cat. In other ways, I don't. My daughter Brenda, she has one of these self-cleaning cat boxes where the thing's one big thing and it's motorized. It costs like almost $300 for this stupid thing. It weighs the cat litter. It weighs it's like, it's space age, and there's no way that I would get that. Well, here, I will answer that. Just a second. Five reasons to join Uncle Bill's weekly newsletter. 1, it's free. It's a quick and easy read. This one here is this week's newsletter. It's only 3 pages. Has information how to get to the Monday Live and to the after party. The after party is easy to get to. I even put information on how to get to it in the newsletter along with links. The links are only provided if you join the newsletter. There we go. That's how to get to the after party. And the way to get that is to go like this. Doesn't cost anything. Lots of good information. And that's how to get to the after party. And lots of fun. Oh, wow. My clock really is fast because my clock says wait a second, that one's way off. 2:01. Oh, no. Yeah. It already says 2:01. It's like 3 minutes fast. Don't do email. Well, that is kind of going to be a little tough. We'll have to think of something for you, Patty Fish. I will consult with my advisors. How do people get in touch with you with your channel then if you don't do email? Well, I'm no spring chicken either. Okay, well, I'm glad that it's no problem. My pleasure, as always. And so that's how you get to the after party, is you just get the email, and it's sent out once a week because Uncle Bill doesn't spam. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We have Bridget D., we have His Grace and Mercy, Patty Fish, and That Hobby. Thank you, everyone. Have a super rest of your day. Bye-bye.